Hey, how you doing? Did you know there was a lobster in this book? Come on, I'll show you. This is the bit when Scrooge is about to put his hand on the knocker, but it changes into Marley's face. Not a knocker, but Marley's face. Marley's face had a dismal light about it, like a bad lobster in a dark cellar. A bad lobster in a dark cellar. Isn't that cool? Now, you probably noticed it's a simile, like a bad lobster, and your teacher said put simile in the margin, blah, blah, blah. Okay, good, you noticed the technique, but so what? What you gotta ask yourself is, what does it make you feel? 'Cause this is all about feeling, you know? Makes you laugh, makes you angry, makes you cry. And when you get a question like this, what is the effect of language? That's just a kind of exam way of saying, how does it make you feel? So when you study the novel, ask yourself, how does this make me feel? If the answer is bored or nothing, then ask, how's it trying to make me feel? So, like a bad lobster in a dark cellar. Well, would you want to put your hand on a bad lobster? No, you would not, because it's disgusting and weird and kind of, you know, if that's what the knocker is like on the door, makes you wonder how welcoming the person is who lives inside. That's the kind of thing that Dickens wants you to be kind of feeling right now. I mean, just enjoy the story the first time round, but when you're kind of studying it, it's good to do that. So let's look at another example, because I tell you, Dickens' language is crazy! It's nuts! He makes connections between things you think, what? How do you think of that? So, Dickens gives us surprises. He describes Scrooge as secret and self-contained and solitary as an oyster. So, I got an oyster here. Let's take a look. Does that look like fun? Does that look as if it's going to give money to charity? Is it going to be fun at parties? No, it is not. Take it from me. Oysters are not fun at parties. They don't come out of themselves. That's the whole point. Now we're going to take a look at one last example. And your teacher's going to tell you about this one. Dickens walked the streets of London at night. Then he personified things like buildings, often to make us laugh. This is the description of the house that Scrooge lives in. It must have run there when it was a young house, playing at hide and seek with other houses, and have forgotten the way out again. It was old enough now, and dreary enough, for nobody lived in it but Scrooge. There you go. Isn't that beautiful? You ever heard a house described like that? It's quite funny, it's quite amusing. A young house playing hide and seek. But then it gets lost, and it can't find its way out. There you go. So it's quite sad. Yeah. And Scrooge in his own way is lost. And in the story, he does find a way out, which is what makes it so beautiful. So always ask yourself, how does this make me feel? And then you look at the language and you go blah, blah, blah. Personification, simile, blah. But it's all about feeling. Hope you enjoy it. There you go. Yeah. Is that alright? Okay? We through? Cool.